Hello everyone. This is Nishant Kumar, and today we will be speaking on the challenges for OSINT after DPDP Act 2023. The discussion will be specifically for the legal boundaries of OSINT in India, and we will have an overview of impact of India's digital Personal Data Protection Act on open source intelligence. Like after this act, what changes has been made into the ocean landscape and the loopholes, basically, that what are the loopholes that we can exploit, and how can we do ocean in India in a more ethical way. So let me start. Okay. So uh, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. Let me start by asking you a simple question. Have you ever searched someone's name on Google, looked up for a profile on LinkedIn, or checked their Instagram to learn more about anyone? Anyone? Okay. If yes, then congratulations, you have used open source intelligence or OSINT. It sounds a little bit technical, but we do it on a daily basis without thinking about it and without thinking about the consequences that we are having. So uh, in India, uh, back in 2020 or 2021, I might say, we don't have much more idea that where our data is going, and who are using the data basically at the back end. uh, Government has a discussion over it from 2020, from 2016 2017, and a law came into the picture. Before going to the law and discussing the further boundaries of ocean, let me ask you, what do you mean by ocean? Like anyone in the chat box, anyone can define ocean. Like you guys are learning the methods and technique from 2 days, so you might have a clear definition of ocean. Okay. I will be providing the definition, that a clear and concise definition. Like ocean means, okay, ocean means something available publicly without hacking. Yeah, absolutely right. Thank you, PA. Thank you, Han. OSINT means collecting of information from publicly available sources. This can include websites, news articles, social media handles, public records, or anything else that is open to everyone on the internet. It is widely used in many domains, like in cybersecurity, journalism, law enforcement, and even in business intelligence. People use ocean to find missing people also. They use to track criminal activities. They use to understand the online threats and the trends over the internet. So what is wrong about this? Anything that you face, like some of you can have a view on it, like it is uh, ethical to do this or not. Your insight over it, yes, yeah, no, or you can simply say yeah, it is ethical by this boundary, or any insights. Okay, no issue. uh, so we will discuss like what changes has been made after that act, and what the ethical ways are in India to practice ocean. Before going to the session, let me briefly introduce myself. So, I am Nishant Kumar, a research advisor at Rashtraksha University, which comes under MHA, and I am a certified cyber intelligence officer at Gandhinagar Cyber Cell. I have trained many numerous government officers on cybersecurity and OSINT from last 2 to 3 years. Also, I have contributed to AI learning and detecting threats over the internet. Uh, by directly or indirectly, I have been contributing to the society, to the government of India, in a very specific manner. So let's get started. This will be our flow. Like we will first introduce what is OSINT, then we will go to the act and the impact of that act, and what are the challenges. Like, yeah, we are not a legal thing, a person. We are hackers, or basically analysts in a very specific manner. Then we will see what are the challenges that we can face. Uh, do you provide your LinkedIn or are you not so? Okay, sure. I will do that. Oh, I will do that. Surely. And after that, we will see what are the legal conduct of OSINT post DPDP Act and conclusion the future outlooks. So let's get started. A simple definition to OSINT, like open source intelligence, collecting and analyzing the data which is available on the public record, and we have many sources, like you guys are exploring it in from past 2 days, like social media handles, how can you get number, how can you get government databases. You all are familiar with this thing. You know ocean at a very good level, and I will be just imposing the legal boundaries on it, and we will also discuss about GDPR and HIPAA Act in brief, and compare it with DPDP Act too. And OSINT is used in various forms, and it is very useful at both the end from the government and from private investigators also. So it is an overview, like what comes wrong, like why government of India has introduced this law. So here comes the challenge. Like in 2023, Indian government passed a new law called the Digital Professional Data Protection Act, or DPDP Act. This law is designed to protect people's personal data and privacy outline. It focuses mainly upon the consent, meaning that people should have control over the data, that who is controlling it, who is collecting it, and who is using it, or who is sharing it. So even if the information is public, like if I am posting it on the Google, uh, without my permission, if anyone is using the same, then it should be a legal problem for them. This brings us to the most important question. If everything is public, like everything is publicly there, then why can't we collect it freely anymore after DPDP Act specifically? So that will be the heart of today's discussion, and we will look at how this new law affects OSINT activities in India, and what challenges researcher and analysts faced, and how we can balance the privacy model and the intelligence work in a new legal environment. So, okay, but why did government of India introduce this law? See, my friends, over past few years, professional and personal data, I might say, of million of Indians has been collected by many companies and websites across the world, and without their proper security clearance or a clear permission from them. This led to many cases where private information was leaked, breached, or misused, or sold to some different companies without people's proper knowledge. So because of this, the government wanted to give people more control and safety over their personal information online and offline, of course. But yeah, for our discussion today, we will be focusing upon the online thing only. This law aims to protect the privacy of individual and holds company accountable when they are collecting or using the data. It tries to balance technological growth with protecting citizens' rights. And why this law is important? Like what the things are changed after this DPDP Act. So it basically works on four major pillars. The first one is that it protects people privacies. See, my dear friends, in today's world, almost everything we do leaves a digital footprint. Whether you are shopping, whether you are chatting, whether you are on social media, and even when where you were traveling, everything leaves us digital footprint. This law helps you to protect all the information from being misused, not from exploring it, from being misused. Okay. The second thing is that this law built trust among the Indians. Basically, when people know their data is safe, then they feel more confident using the digital services. This helps business to grow responsibly. And the third pillar is that prepares India for global standards. Uh, I might say you all guys also know that many countries already have strong data protection laws, like EU has GDPR. The DPDP Act helps India to join that conversation on the data privacy matters across the globe. And the fourth one and the most important one is like as our population grow, as our population is growing, we need to support our digital economy too. So this act or this draft gives clear rules to help companies to understand how to legally use data, and this also encourage the innovation and investment while protecting the citizen rights. Okay, so these are the some, I might say, terminologies that you are seeing over it. Uh, Now we will move to, yeah, the timeline of DPDP Act. It is the very crucial thing because in India, internet boom has came by post 2020, uh, and after that, all of us are worried about where our data is going and how to utilize it in a very efficient way. So it is the timeline. In 2017, the government of India released a report by a committee led by Justice B.N. Krishna. This committee proposed the first draft of Personal Data Protection Bill. It was called Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 later on. In the year 2019, the bill was introduced in a parliament but faced many discussion and debates around balancing. If I view someone LinkedIn profile, is the information considered to be public? Yeah, yeah, I will come on that too. Uh, if you are viewing some profile, it will be considered a public data, and I will be coming on that how you can use it in a legal fashion. Okay, and I will be also telling you that what are the loopholes in this act also. So in 2019, the bill was introduced in the parliament, but faced a lot of discussion and debates. See, my friends, when we are discussing about India, it has a many layer of hierarchy of discussions. Opposition party are telling something, the main party is telling something, and what else? And after 2019, in 2022, this was sent for review by a joint parliamentary committee where it discussed on various parameters, and the bill was examined in detail by expert lawmakers and stakeholders. Many recommendation was made to protect user privacy but also allow innovation and security needs. See, my friends, you will believe one thing, like, yeah, thank you team for the information. uh, you will believe one thing, if we are exposing the data of a country, then we are getting business. But it is a fact, how much data generated by a country is equivalent to how much business it will get by advertisement mean, by exploiting the personal data. It is all clear to all of us, but we have to protect the citizen rights also. At the same time, we have to introduce innovation also. That's why many delays has happened. You can see, like, from 2017 to 2023, the discussion are on board, and finally, uh, 2023, the act was officially came into force, marking a new era for data protection in India. Yeah, it's now officially there. Okay, now what are the key features in this DPDP Act? Like we have seen, like, yeah, Nishant, there is a act that says don't use public data. You should use public data in a very well fashioned manner, ethical manner, I must say. But what are the key features? So there are four key features. Like first one is consent. Consent is very important. Like, uh, it is the integral part of this act, I must say. The This means if you want to collect or use someone's personal data, you must first get a clear permission. It like asking, "Can I use your information?" and waiting for a definite yes before proceeding. This rule applies even if the data is available publicly online. So you can't just take someone name, phone number, or photos from internet and use them freely after this act. But yeah, this act has some loopholes that I will be discussing later. So yeah, from now perspective, it is has been mentioned, consent is very important. You have to take consent, you have to wait for the yes, and after that you have to proceed for your investigation. But you also know, and I also know, that this is not a practical thing when we are doing an investigation. The second feature is right to access, right to correct, and right to erase data. It is the second most important pillar of this act. Like the laws gives people the right to access their personal data held by some third party, and if it is wrong, then you can correct it, and if the people want, then they can delete it also. Means an individual has 100%, 101% right over their data, like where it is stored, and uh, where it is wrong, you can correct it or you can just erase it. But how easy do you think it will be for companies, for OSINT, to handle these requests? Means, can I just make a Excel sheet and just mark down lines like my data has been said over there, there? It is incorrect over there. I will go and correct it. So this is not practical. Like, it would be challenging, especially for not only the individual, for but also for the organization dealing with a large number of data, or ocean researcher who collect the data from many sources. They will need robust processing at the end, and the systems to quickly respond to the request, while ensuring compliance is a very tough task. So it is the second pillar, but yeah, it has a loophole that we don't have metadata behind. Like, I am talking about metadata. We can track our some information, that where it is going and where it is held by metadata. So yeah, it is as of now we don't have that much of processing power, and it might be a concern for the future work or the future draft of DPDP Act. The third feature is heavy penalty for the compliances. If someone breaks these rules, then the consequences can be severe. Fine running into crores of rupees, like tens of millions. Legal action or restriction on business operation will be there. And this sends a strong message that carelessness or malicious handling of personal data won't be tolerated, basically, in India. As far as I concern, uh, companies and individuals must take data privacy seriously, or financial risks and loss will damage their reputation. So uh, it is the clause in the act, but I am telling you that no one has been arrested or has been proved guilty for this non-compliances act as of now. And fourth one is that it is basically applies for both the Indian and the foreign companies. The law applies not just to Indian companies and the people, but also to the foreign companies that processes data of Indian citizen. For example, if a social media app based outside India collects the data from Indian user, it must still follow this rule. The law. This is important because it means Indian data protecting rules influence how global internet platform handles the Indian user data, reinforcing data sovereignty and the user protection. So we have discussed about, yeah, Nissan, it's okay. Like, you have told the consent is important. You have the second thing is that you can track your data. The third thing is that the penalty will be there, and fourth thing is that it is not applicable for India but for the outside world. Yeah, it is okay, but the critical clause for OSINT, like uh, if anything is public, then how can I define like what is public, what I can review, what I can research? There is a mere boundary between them. Okay, so one of the most important part of OSINT work is how law defines the personal data. Okay, so according to DPDP Act, the DPDP Act 2023 says the personal data is any information that can identify a people either directly or indirectly. And here I'm giving the question, the answer of the question asked by audience, like if I am viewing someone LinkedIn ID, then it is legal or not. See, my friend, viewing anything is legal. It is 100% legal, but exploiting it, it is not legal. Means you also have many compliances and standards in your country for that. So exploring anything is legal, but not exploiting the same. So here we go to ah. So how DPDP Act affects ocean? Like you can see, you have to obtain the consent. Then you have to also, as a perception of a researcher, I am telling, like how DPDP Act affects ocean. Like you have to obtain the consent first. Okay, you have to ensure the accountability, and you have to process the data legally. uh, these all are the challenges that are being facing by Indian researcher or those company who are using Indian data specifically. So this is a brief, like the figure I have shown you, and this is the exact referencing of the same. Okay, now what are the consent and legal ground for ocean? Okay, so you have to explicitly ask for consent, and after that you have to wait for the thing to be processed and you get the answer. But it is not every time practical, like that. So if you are using a plugin like Signal on an Indian user, it is legal for. Yeah, I'm coming to that point. Yeah, I'm coming to that point. uh, if you are using a plugin or if you are using something else to investigate on LinkedIn, specifically for an Indian citizen, then for some extent it is legal. I'm saying that and exploring that thing. Yeah, it is legal for some extent. I will tell you how. Uh, so the major challenges for taking consent is like you have to wait for a long time, and in that period of time your investigation will go far away from what you are expecting. So it is a way tough, and this this will be minimized by one thing, like we have a data minimization policy. And what we can do, like when you are doing ocean, basically you are scrapping a lot of data. Like you are having a ocean on. Wait, so I am investigating a criminal. Yeah, I am coming to that point. If you are investigating a criminal, then what you should have to do? Okay. uh, Basically, when you are investigating a criminal or you are a private OSINT researcher, then you have to not take consent, but you have to maintain a proper bill, like what you have done and what are the clauses, and why you have researched someone. So in future, whenever there will be any legal action or any legal consideration, then it will be viewed by your lawyer. And that's why ocean researchers basically in India has also a legal advisor with them, which maintains a proper bill and draft of the same. Like, yeah, if I'm investigating Nissan and he has done some crime, he, intuitionally only, I'm not telling you have proved it or not, you have to maintain a legal bill, like this time I have done these things, so that if anyone change of custody and audit, yeah, you have got my point. The chain of everything should be documented well, because this act is in its very initial phase. So we can't say anything like anyone can find any loophole and can exploit in any possible way. So we have to maintain a document like why, how, and where the process of OSINT has been done on someone, and according to which, if you face any issue in the future, then it will be handled by your legal advisors at the scene. Yeah, and this is the right to erase your things like your personal data. This is the same four pillars that I has been discussed already. If someone want to start an ocean company, how challenging is the process? From your perspective, what is the key, person? Okay, so in India, I have been worked with industries also, and with the government also, basically with the MHA, and we directly don't give them right to do OSINT. Like here, all the data are very very safe with the government, but yeah, some private companies do the so for the government. So first, you if I'm telling that you want to start a ocean company in India, then my dear friend, first get a legal advisor which will tell you ki, yeah, you have to do these kind of things, and you have to set a boundary upon your investigation. I also know, and you also know, that we have all idea that where the information will be coming, and documenting each and everything is hard. But yeah, for legal perspective, we have to do it, because the law has changed many things in India, and this law basically implemented far more on the organization, not on an individual. If you are a private ocean a researcher or investigator, then you can do, but you maintain a bill of it, like these things, and these things has been done from my side. Coming to the ocean company, you hire a legal advisor team, okay, and second, you must have to justify government also, like why are you doing ocean. See, ocean in India is at its very earlier stage, like we don't wake up and we don't uh, that is one of the tickets for remaining goal oriented directed. Yeah, yeah, 100% right. So we don't do in India every day. We do ocean, we scrap dark web, we scrap these things. We don't do on a regular basis. But these are heavily done by some private investigators, and directly or indirectly they are connected to the government. Okay, so now the most interesting part, like we have learned that DPDP Act is there, some act is there uh, for forcing us that don't use the public data. But yeah, there are some loopholes there in the thing. Like if you ensure legal basis, like collect data only from where it is allowed, then yeah, it won't be a issue for anyone. If you are anonymous, like I can track your IP, like we all do. This is the very simple thing. What we do when we are doing ocean, we go to VPN, we change our IP, we have some separate kind of um, we have some separate kind of email for the same. So we are I must say, not revealing our identity. If we are not revealing our identity, then no one is going to do any case on us. Okay, and after that, the third thing, that is the core of DPDP Act, that you obtain explicit consent. See, consent is very important, but yeah, we I know, you know, that it is not possible every time. Okay, and regular audits, this is the most important thing. This is the key where you can, I think you can find a loophole in it, and you can exploit it. if you have regular documented audit, which ensures all stored ocean data follows, and you can, if anyone can raise a question upon you like why you have collected my data, then this is for this purpose I have collected it, and for this purpose I am using it. Okay, and these things are done by company also, like what you are thinking, Facebook or Microsoft, it is collecting your data. Okay, it is collecting your data 24 into 7, and it is following the DPDP Act. What they are doing, they have a well documented audit at behind. They are proving that for this purpose I'm collecting the data of this person, like this person has given me access right over their camera, over their feeds. So for some innovation purpose I am using it, like I will be having the data of this person, and will be providing the feeds, will be providing more interactive games based on that. Okay, so yeah, it is very easy to bypass this law, because this law is in its earlier phase. You make regular audits, no one is going to question you, even you are a private investigator, or even your company. Okay, and the last and most important thing, that like you have to develop data deletion policy. This law, when was it was in discussion in parliament, I am I am there when they are discussing over it. So we propose that data deletion is very important. Like if you're done with the OSINT, delete your data ethically. I'm not talking practically. See, my friends, when we are talking about law and the policy, then we have to think ethically over here. We can't say that if I am doing investigation over this criminal, then I have to take record, because there is a boundary for ethical use and for practical use. You have to make sure that you don't cross it. And one of my favorite clauses, that something is not unethical until and unless it is caught. So uh, okay, following the clause, if I am an Indian and I want to start no, this law basically holds for both Indian company and for both the foreign company. Okay, so uh, if you want to escape this law, then you have to do one and only thing. You have to maintain proper audits of each and every record that you are having, so you can justify it later on, like for this purpose I have taken this data. Because this is, see, this DPDP Act has been into the action because we Indian want to join the global conversation where there is GDPR Act, there is HIPAA Act. Okay, the data is over there, and we want to join it. Like we are also in the race of data security and policy making, so we have to maintain some standards. So these are for them only. It applies for Indian companies and for the foreign entities both. Going to the my most favorite slide, like what are the recommendation, like you all are asking, like Nishant, tell us the recommendation. We don't want to hear what is DPDP Act, we know. You just tell us what are the recommendation. So you say, so there are four from my opinion. Like I have worked with the government of India and with industries, basically more basically for AI and ocean. So what we are doing as of now, we shift to metadata analysis. Like if I am having metadata analysis, and we focus upon the insight rather than in individual tracking, then it won't be an issue. The second thing that I am repeating it, like whether you are going to open a company or whether you are going to uh, do some personal research or private research, always engage a legal expert with you, which ensure that DPDP Act compliances will be followed and will be entertained at each and every stage of your investigation. The third thing is that adopt privacy preserving OSINT method. Like you can use ethical hacking technique. I know you all are doing, like, you are having different kind of tools which will hide your real IP, real identity, and you can get whatever you want. So you are not doing anything like you have to be safe at your side. And last thing is that monitor regulatory changes. See, my friends, the DPDP Act is very new, and still many discussions are going upon it. Legally telling, legally and practically telling, as far as I remember, and far I am following this act since 2023, no one has been arrested or has been taken into custody because of DPDP Act. This act only ensures some of the basic things of an Indian citizen, which is already taken care by many organizations. And this act, basically DPDP Act, focuses upon the Indian citizens when they are giving their data to organization, the institution. Like if I am in institution and they ask me this kind of data, then they also preserve the data in that kind that it won't be shared, and if it will be shared, then I will be notified. For example, my report cards, in a university, a report card, it will be shared, then it will be notified, like for this purpose we are sharing your this data. So after this act, this responsibility has been developed in India. Like, we Indians are now more responsible to these kind of things. We take feedback that where our data is going, critical data, not I am telling all data, and where it is being used. But yeah, the same issue is with social media. Like if you are viewing my profile and if you are doing something there, then I don't know who is doing, and I don't have any legal compliances at that site. What are the future outlook? The future outlook will be changing. Like we have discussed, like privacy based ocean should be practiced. We should practice ocean in an ethical manner. I'm also telling that no one focuses upon it. No one see. We are sitting over here. No one has a legal advisor, I must say. But yeah, we are still doing OSINT. We are doing OSINT on Indians. We are doing OSINT upon European people, USA people, and basically we focuses on only one thing. Like we have to hide our real IP and the uh, personality behind it. So yeah, we are practicing it. And the third thing that today has been discussed, AI and automation should be practiced. Like AI based compliances should be practiced. Like you scrap data using AI and analyze it. Basically, what AI does. What do you think? What AI does? It predicts, it analyzes. So it will be a handful thing. Like you now you what you're doing, you are logging into some XYZ tool, you are going there, you are downloading the data, you are referring to the data, and after that you are storing it. But it will be a piece of cake when we are introducing artificial intelligence into the ocean landscape. Just imagine a chat GPT in which I will give the name, the simple hints that I am having for someone, and it will give me all data. Like yeah, this person has this account, and you can see like all data are with me, and my IP or the identity is not revealed. So it is a good practice of having AI. And the fourth thing is that uh, considering the investigation purpose, we should have some changes over legislative also. Like someone has asked, if I am a private investigator and if I am investigating over a criminal, then I should need a consent. uh, we should have these kind of clause and these kind of question mark in our legislative sessions, so which will ensure that ocean remains a viable tool for security research and journalism, considering all things. So here I am with the conclusion, and if any questions are there, then I am really happy to entertain it. Thank you. And anyone has asked for my LinkedIn account, so you can follow from here.